Deep in the heart of Oregon lies a lake so ancient, so otherworldly, it feels like a gateway to another dimension. Crater Lake is known for its breathtaking beauty, but few know the terrifying truth about what lies beneath its surface. Tonight, I'll tell you the story of the whispers that echo from the depths and the unspeakable horror that waits below. Crater Lake, located in southern Oregon, was formed over 7,000 years ago when Mount Mazama collapsed after a catastrophic eruption. The lake is one of the deepest in the world, with waters so pure and blue they seem almost unnatural. But the lake's beauty hides a dark secret. In the 1940s, a group of scientists conducted sonar scans of the lake's floor and discovered something impossible: a series of massive geometric structures that resembled buildings. The scans also picked up faint, rhythmic sounds, like whispers, coming from the depths. The scientists dismissed it as equipment malfunction, but the locals knew better. For centuries, the Klamath tribe, who live near the lake, have told stories of a powerful spirit that dwells in the water. They call it Lao, a being so ancient and malevolent that it was imprisoned beneath the lake by the gods. According to legend, Lao whispers to those who come too close, luring them into the water to drown. In 1975, a group of hikers vanished near the lake's edge. Search teams found their campsite intact, with food still cooking over a fire. But the hikers were never seen again. The only clue? A single set of footprints leading into the water, and a faint, echoing whisper recorded on a tape recorder left at the scene. In 2008, a team of researchers attempted to explore the lake's depths using a submersible. As they descended, they reported hearing the whispers grow louder, as if something was trying to communicate with them. At one point, the submersible's cameras captured what appeared to be a massive, shadowy figure moving beneath them. The team aborted the mission and refused to speak publicly about what they saw. Crater Lake is a place of wonder and terror, where the line between reality and myth blurs. Some say the whispers are just the wind. Others believe they're the voice of Lao, calling out from its watery prison. But one thing is certain: if you ever visit Crater Lake and hear the whispers, don't listen. Because once you do, you might find yourself drawn to the water, unable to resist its pull. And once you're in the lake, there's no coming back. Have you ever heard of a lake so beautiful it hides a darkness so deep even the water refuses to give up its dead? Tonight I'll tell you the true story of Lake Crescent in Washington State, a place where the water is crystal clear, but the secrets it holds are anything but. This is a tale of love, loss, and a mystery that has haunted the lake for over 80 years. Lake Crescent, nestled in the Olympic National Forest, is a glacial lake known for its stunning blue waters and eerie stillness. It's a popular spot for tourists and locals alike, but few know the dark history that lies beneath its surface. In 1937, a young couple, Russell and Blanche Warren, were driving along the lake's edge on a foggy evening. They were newlyweds, deeply in love, and on their way to visit family. But as they rounded a sharp curve near the lake, something went terribly wrong. Witnesses later reported hearing the screech of tires and a loud splash. The Warrens' car had veered off the road and plunged into the icy depths of Lake Crescent. Search teams were dispatched immediately, but the lake's depth and cold temperatures made recovery efforts nearly impossible. Weeks later, Blanche's body was found floating near the shore, her face frozen in an expression of terror. But Russell was never found. Locals began reporting strange occurrences shortly after the accident. Fishermen claimed to see a ghostly figure wandering the shoreline at dusk, her dress dripping with water. Others reported hearing a woman's scream echoing across the lake at night, only to find the water eerily calm. One of the most chilling accounts comes from a diver who explored the lake in the 1980s. He described descending into the depths, where the water grew colder and darker with every foot. At one point, he felt an unnatural presence, as if something was watching him. When he turned his flashlight toward the source, he saw the outline of a car resting on the lake bed. But as he approached, the car's headlights suddenly flickered on, illuminating the murky water. Terrified, he surfaced immediately and refused to dive in the lake again. Scientists have since discovered that Lake Crescent's water is so pure and devoid of nutrients that it prevents organic material from decomposing. This means that Russell's body, and perhaps others, may still be perfectly preserved, suspended in the depths, staring up at the surface with unblinking eyes. To this day, no one knows what caused the Warrens' car to crash. Was it a mechanical failure, a moment of distraction, or something far more sinister lurking in the shadows of the lake? Locals say that if you visit Lake Crescent at night and listen closely, you might hear Blanche's voice echoing across the water, begging for her husband to come home. But beware. The lake doesn't like to give up its secrets, and it might just decide to keep you too. Imagine a lake so cursed that it's claimed over 700 lives since its creation. A lake built on the bones of a drowned town, where the dead refuse to rest. This is the story of Lake Lanier in Georgia, a place where the shadows beneath the water are always watching, waiting, and reaching out. Lake Lanier, located in northern Georgia, is a popular destination for boating, fishing, and swimming. But beneath its tranquil surface lies a dark and tragic history. The lake was created in the 1950s by flooding a valley that was once home to the town of Oscarville, a thriving African-American community. When the government decided to build the lake, they forced the residents out, leaving behind homes, churches, and even graves. The town was submerged, but the souls of the dead were not at peace. Since its creation, Lake Lanier has become one of the deadliest lakes in America. Over 700 people have died in its waters, and countless others have reported eerie encounters. Swimmers have described feeling hands grabbing their ankles, pulling them under. Boaters have seen shadowy figures standing on the water's surface, only to vanish when approached. Divers have reported an oppressive feeling of being watched, as if the lake itself is alive and malevolent. One of the most chilling accounts comes from a group of friends who went camping by the lake in the summer of 1998. They claimed to hear faint music and laughter coming from the water at night. When they investigated, they saw the ghostly outlines of buildings and people dancing, as if the town of Oscarville had risen from the depths. But when they got closer, the figures turned toward them with hollow eyes and open mouths, screaming silently before disappearing into the mist. Another incident occurred in 2015, when a family was picnicking by the lake. Their young daughter wandered too close to the water and suddenly screamed, claiming that a lady in a wet dress had tried to grab her. The family fled, but the girl's handprints were found on the shore, as if she had been dragged toward the water. Lake Lanier is a place where the past refuses to stay buried. Some say the lake is cursed, a monument to greed and injustice. Others believe the spirits of Oscarville are still trapped beneath the water, unable to move on. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain. If you visit Lake Lanier, don't go near the water after dark, because the shadows beneath the surface, they're always hungry.